Good morning, everybody. Welcome to a beautiful practice. I hope you're feeling like moving your body in a wonderfully balanced way in this class. Whether you're tuning in the morning or whether you're going to be doing this at a later time, I welcome you to burn a little brighter is the theme for this practice today. And what I mean by that will become clearer as we focus and ask ourselves some key questions throughout this class today. And all you need is your wonderful body. Roll out your yoga mat and enjoy moving in a way that's going to leave you feeling centered and strong, and maybe just a little clearer also in your mind about, I guess, your direction at the moment and where you'd really like to be traveling and pointing the arrow of your intention. So welcome to those who have tuned in, and come on to your yoga mat and we'll get started with this practice. So if you'd like to take a comfortable seated position, any way that works for your body, whether it's cross-legged, whether it might be a diamond pose position, and go ahead and just drop the hands to the knees if that's a comfortable place for you to rest. And I wonder if your eyes will close now or perhaps after you've taken that first slow centering breath. And so as you take that breath, and now take 3 more nice, slow, long yogic breaths to welcome yourself to this practice. And these 3 breaths can help you relax deeply so that this practice today can be more inward, be more focused and centered. So just allow the spirit of that breath, the spirit of inhalation, to just start to wake up your bones, your muscles and your cells from the inside out. Brighten your mood a little bit. Shift your posture into a place that just instantly allows you to feel more awake as the shoulders roll back and the crown lifts. Press down through the sit bones. Enjoy another nice slow breath into the middle of the heart space, rising up into that warm and rich feeling. And as you continue to take a few of these nice slow yogic breaths, welcome your body to the practice. It might feel good to just start to move your spine freely with that as well. So as you inhale, lifting up through the center of the chest, looking to the sky, either eyes closed or open. And exhale, curl in towards your center. And just do that a few times to wake up your spine and welcome your body to these easy movements. It was Einstein who said many years ago that it's impossible to solve our current problems from the same level of thinking that got us into the problems to start with. And so if we want to grow forward at the moment and sort of face these adversities and these challenges that you might experience in your life from time to time, and you want to expand your consciousness and move forward, we need to be prepared to move to our edges and think beyond our current level. So just when you get centered again now, and close the eyes and become maybe even a little more still, I invite you just to go inside for a moment and slow down and reach inside to that place of feeling and awareness where energy and consciousness intersect, and just ask yourself the question, where you're at in your life right now, how are you feeling? What's going on for you? What's your present state? What do you notice on the inside of your inner world here and now? What's the quality of your mind? And where has your mind been? What's the quality of your body and your energy? Where has that energy and emotional frequency been? As you just notice what you notice, I'd like you to start with another question in this practice. And the question is this: if you could wave a magic wand, and if in a month from now, or in 2 months, or in 6 months, you could change some things, what would you most like to happen in your life right now? What would you most like to have happen in your life right now? Maybe that's a question in terms of your health, your relationships, your career, your finances. Don't think about the how, but just ask the question to begin this practice. What would you most like to have happen in your life? If you could wave that magic wand and step into an exciting future, what would that look like, feel like, smell like, taste like, sound like for you? I'd like to be healthier. I'd like to be happier. I'd like to have a stronger, more resilient bank account. I'd like to step forward into a new and exciting career. I'd like to shift some things in my life. Have a better relationship, whatever it is. Start to take a few more breaths and just breathe a little bit of life into this sort of first level of speculation and thinking, these ideas of possibilities, of how you might burn a little brighter and use adversity and use challenges as your fuel, if you like, to rise up. You might imagine in your mind right now like you're sitting around a campfire and you just take a big log over and you put it into that fire to allow that fire to burn a little bit brighter, at least in your mind. And then go ahead when you're ready and take 2 fingers and place them onto your navel. You might like to open the eyes to see what we're doing. And what I'm going to get you to do is see if you can take a breath into your belly here. And as you breathe out, see if you can turn your navel, let your fingers get that, turn it around from the right all the way to the left. And as you inhale, kind of come to center, lift up. And as you exhale again, kind of churn the belly into the right and back and around to the left. And then inhale, lift. Just do that one more time, churning around in this direction from the right to the left. When you get a sense of that, take the hand to the knee and just do it again a couple of times. Inhale, lift. And then with a little bit of venom and energy in the exhale, kind of push it out and draw the belly in to the side and back around. And just let yourself start to focus on claiming a power in your center, a focus. Like you're churning all the ingredients, all the aspects of you, bringing them to bear on your practice here this morning and bringing them to bear on the possibilities of where you want to move in your life. Do that one more time with a firm, sort of intentional exhalation. When you finish that, go ahead and take the arms to the air, stretch tall, and then twist yourself over to the right. And we're just going to continue that same kind of churning movement in your belly. So as you inhale, kind of rise up. But as you exhale, focus on your belly and turn your belly back and sort of let it circle around into that twist a little bit. Inhale from the belly, rise up to something higher. And then exhale, bring to bear all of those powerful resources in your center and let them churn and move. Like you've put all these ingredients into a big cauldron that's placed onto that fire. One more breath. You're just going to let them churn around and move and focus and center in your belly. Take the back arm into the air when you're ready. And place it over on top of the other knee so the elbows are clipped together, and then rise up into eagle arms. And follow that same movement in this cycle. Inhale, lift the elbows up a little. And then exhale, take the elbows over to the right and down, and then across and back up. So that's the movement. But now as you do that, focus on your abdomen. And as you exhale the elbows, sort of turn the belly in and across and around, and then lift you up. So let the upper body be a reflection of moving from your center, moving from the power in your core. The place where you can say, yes, enough's enough. I'm ready to look forward. I'm ready to look beyond. I'm ready to step into new unknown vistas of possibilities, to burn a little brighter, to declare myself into the world and who I want to be and how I want to be moving forward out of adversity and challenge. Come on up when you're ready. Release the arms. Take them down around onto the knees and slide the feet out in front of you into diamond pose. And then in diamond, take temple mudra, or sometimes called fire mudra, just the forefingers point forward and lean forward. And as you do that, just squeeze the feet together so you feel your abdomen engage a little bit. And take a centering breath from belly to crown. Continue to move in this right direction. Come back to the right knee and then kind of lean back and across and forward. And as you inhale, really stretch out to something a little beyond your reach. Where do you want to go? Exhale, come back and let the belly churn and move and center and stabilize. Inhale forward. 2 more times on your own, just starting to wake up your power center, the center of will and resolve and focus and fire and possibility. And let that sort of breath reclaim your focused, centered awareness here in the belly. Come forward when you're ready. Bring the feet together. Come forward into Navasana for a moment. Stretch the legs out a little or a lot. And find the breath like flames licking up from the belly in a way that helps you rise. What do I want? It's the hardest question for every human to answer. And you mightn't even have a clear vision yet. Sometimes it's enough to just keep asking, what would I most like to happen? If anything could happen, what would it be? What lights you up? What's important to you? One more breath. Come down, take the feet back into a cross-legged position. Take the hands to the knees. Feel your navel center and move it in the other direction now. Around to the left first. And exhale across. Inhale forward, lift the chest, look up. Remember always to look up and then exhale into yourself to the left. Let that exhale be a little venomous, I like to say, a little powerful. If someone was sitting in the next room, could they hear that breath out, that forceful intent to step through to your edges, to find the insights and the understandings needed to excel. One more time, exhale, churning from the belly, just waking up the powerful centers on the inside. Next time, arms lift. Twisting over to the left. And just in your own easy way, find that same energy of breath from core. Rise up. And from exhale, let the movement churn. Something I learned many years ago is that we really have within us all the resources we need. We have the strength, we have the capabilities, we have the possibilities. We've lived a life rich with experience and understanding. One more breath in. It's a matter of starting to trust in that when we're moving forward, that you have everything you need. Back arm into the air, elbow on top, eagle arms, come on up, breathe in, fingers lift, churn to the left, elbows down, belly in and back. Let your neighbor, if there was somebody practicing with you, hear the intent of that exhale, cleansing, clearing a path. The way Ganesh or that elephant would move through the jungle and just clear a path, all obstacles removed, so that you can step confidently toward the future that you'd love to manifest, moving out of challenging times. Come down, around, circle, lift the arms last time. Sweep the hands down, around, onto the knees, feet out in front, diamond pose. And then again, lean forward, temple mudra or fire mudra. Take a breath in here, ignite the flames of possibilities. Exhale, churn back to the left and around, bringing all the resources to bear on you here now today. The willingness to see your life from a space, a perspective, a consciousness beyond the current level. To envision a future that's bright, not just stuck in the anxieties and fears and the worries and the doubts, but to go, I'm here and I'm declaring myself today to the world I'm going to live in. Come forward, and when you're ready, sweep the arms back. You're going to come down onto your spine. Keep the feet like they are in diamond pose and interlace the hands over the back of the head. I'm going to ask you to just move in a specific way. Take a breath into your belly and really arch your back. But then when you exhale, let there be that fiery spirit. Push the air out of the belly. Flatten the lower back down onto the floor and just hold the breath out for a few seconds as you squeeze the feet together. When you're ready to inhale, fill your belly with life and energy. Arch the back, stretch through the arms. And with that fiery intent, reclaim the power of your belly. Draw it in, squeeze the feet together. Hold the breath out for a moment. Be confident in the unknowing stillness. One more time. Breathe in and arch. Exhale. Press the back onto the floor. All the air out. Hold the breath out for a moment. Be strong and powerful. One more breath. Reach out. This time in that temple mudra, come forward into a sit-up position and press the feet together as you come into this shape. Finding the power in your belly here in this practice now. Inhale, arms overhead, arch the back. Exhale, really flatten the belly. Press the feet together. Lift the chest and arms. Come into sit-up. 3 more times on your own. The hard question is, what do I want? The challenging first step, the bold first step, is then to trust yourself, to take action, to take massive action in the direction of your dreams, your visions. We can let our movements in yoga, our practice, be a metaphor for change and transformation. When you're ready, come into the sit-up position. Hold for a moment if you can. Bring all of you to bear on this moment. A blend of effort and effortlessness. Squeeze the feet. Lift a little higher. Perfect. Take a hold of the knees and bring them up in toward the chest, and then let them just spill out toward the armpits a little way. And I invite you then to become a little softer, a little relaxed. Because I know about you that moving to your edges and moving forward in life is not just a one-way street. We need to find our edges. And then we need to learn to wait there, to become receptive, to receive. So let's practice that a little now, the metaphor of that in this movement. Take your first 2 fingers around the big toes. And go ahead and just slowly stretch your legs out to a place that feels okay for you right now. And then take a really dynamic breath in and stretch out and wake up your body. But then as you exhale, just soften and receive. Let go. Walk to the door and wait for it to open. Inhale, brighten, stretch out. Walk to the door, exhale, receive, soften, wait. Allow the openings to occur. One more time. Self-effort and self-surrender in equal measure. What do I want? The yin and the yang of moving forward in life. Bring the soles of the feet together. Keep holding the big toes. Lift your chest a little and roll the knees out to the side. Take a breath in. And take a breath out. Just receive. And do that one more time. See if you can make a little more headway into this stretch. Come onto your back. When you're ready, inhale, stretch the legs out, dynamically awaken your body. And exhale, I wonder if you're willing to receive the gift a little deeper. Because when you get out of your own way, sometimes magic happens. One more breath in, dynamically awaken. Exhale, just get out of your own way, relax, receive, nice. Bring the legs together now. Place the feet down onto the floor for bridge pose. And go ahead and lift your hips up. In this bridge pose today, we're going to explore a little variation. But first off, just interlace your hands. Roll the shoulders in like a pillow for your neck. And just play with that dance of inhale and lifting to a maximum. And then exhale, just allow the hips to be like a cork on water, just bobbing softly, relaxing. Inhale like that little wave lifts the piece of cork. And exhale, it just softens and bounces and bobs around. One more breath, lifting up. Now if your back's healthy and happy, try this variation, moving to a place of uncertainty. Crab walk your feet over to the right. Maybe you get one or both off your mat. So a little bit of a side bend here. Keep the head centered and keep the arms centered. Don't strain, but just find that sweet spot where maybe you could stretch your right leg out and press the right big toe down onto the ground. Now this is a little bit awkward. You're moving to a place of uncertainty. How do you want to burn? Do you want to just push through, blast through? Or is there a balanced state? What do I want to happen in my body right now? Where do I want to be? Use the breath wisely. Beautiful. Bring your feet back carefully, slowly to center. Release the arms, lower down onto your back. This time, bring both knees into the chest. Take the peace fingers around the big toes, but straighten the legs up in the center line. What I invite you to do is just start to fall into like an upside down forward bend. You're not pulling on the legs. It's more of an allowing. If you've got any lower back problems, this could be a little intense, so just be careful. What I want you to explore is if you just bring a little energy into your lower belly and lift the hips, could the feet drop over toward the head a little more now? If you bring a little more energy to the lower belly and just slightly lift the hips, could the feet come over a little more as you let go and soften? And lastly, draw the big toes in toward the forehead and enjoy a breath. Perfect. Slowly place the feet down onto the floor. Lift the hips up into bridge pose. Interlace the hands under the buttocks, roll the shoulders in, and find 3 full breaths that allow you to enjoy this dance of switching on, hips up. Go to a maximum and then just soften and receive and let the door open without struggle. How do you want this pose to feel for you this morning? What would you like to have happen? Get in the habit of asking yourself that question every day, the minute you step out of bed. What would I love to have happen today? If I realized I had the power to navigate my mind toward outcomes rather than the problems of the past. Start to walk your feet over to the left. Maybe they come off the mat. Just receive the strange shake for a moment, and then maybe if it feels good, slide your left leg out to the side. Notice there's always adversity, always struggle, always challenge when you move into novelty and change. And yet, how do you want to meet that? What do you want to have happen in your body? How would you like this next breath to reflect a balanced, focused calm? Beautiful. Walk the foot back. Carefully come round to the center. Take your time. Release the arms. Lower down onto your back. Feet together. Knees out to the side. Finish this supine work as you began. Interlace the hands over the back. Just the forefingers point out. Take a breath in. Arch the spine. Exhale. Back flat. Arms forward. Come into a sit-up position. 2 more times on your own. Find the power that lives within. And as you find that power in your center, let it ignite a wave of beautiful, positive feelings in your body. Putting another log on the fire of possibilities. Last movement, arms overhead, lift the feet up a little bit off the floor and kind of seesaw yourself back up to the start position. Bring the legs in, Navasana boat pose, to complete the circuit. Lift tall. From Navasana, if you can, cross the legs, lean forward and just step back to down dog. Or any way you can get there is fine. We all walk different paths in life. In your first downward dog of this practice, go ahead and make some space
for new growth, new life, new change. Spread the fingers, roll the shoulders, dangle the head. March the knees if necessary. Wag the tail. Breathe in a way that ignites a spirit of change and transformation. Those wildfires that swept through our countryside in the summer, but so much beautiful new growth now. Change clears so that new life can flourish. You're going to find your center here now for a moment. Come forward to plank pose. And if you're up for a little walk, come down onto your right forearm and then your left forearm, low plank. And then press into your left hand, right hand, high plank. Down onto the left forearm, right forearm, low plank. Press through the right arm, left arm, high plank. You've got this. Stronger than you think. One more each side. Right forearm, left forearm. Pause. Left hand to right hand. A giant elephant walking, plodding through the jungle, step by step. Right hand, left hand, downward dog, stretch back. Now let your belly soften. No need to be strong and hard all the time. Receive the warmth in your cells. Smile if it feels good in your body. Just bring your feet a fraction closer together for stability and go ahead and sweep the right leg up to the sky, keeping the hips reasonably square. And when you're ready, exhale the knee into a tiger curl. Look into your center and pause. And I know you can bring that heel higher up toward the hip. And I'm certain you can press through those arms a little more forcefully into the floor. Tuck your chin in, round the back. And then just receive the in-breath. Lift the leg back, rise up. One more tiger curl, knee in, just for the exhale. Inhale, leg to the sky. Now, take that right leg behind the left and turn the right heel to the corner, the left corner of the mat. This is just a really nice calf stretch. Now, calves in Chinese medicine relate to our triple heater meridian, which also relates to adrenals and fear and everything that holds us back. Stepping forward is a two-way dance. Release the fears out of your body right now. Stretch the calves, soften your skin. Awesome, and when you're ready, unravel, take the leg up and step it all the way through between the hands, sinking the back knee down onto the floor, low lunge. Bring the arms forward into temple mudra so you've got a nice long line from tail to fingers. Show up for yourself, press your bottom foot into the floor, hug the back knee in, firm the lower belly, and then ignite those flames as the arms lift high with a breath. Look to something a little higher inside. And then as you exhale, soften, receive. Inhale, ignite the flames, rise up. Exhale, soften, receive. Could you come back the way you began? Reach forward, pause in that place, looking down into the resources that live within you. Hands to the floor. Step back, downward facing dog. And from downward facing dog, come forward to plank. And this time, just hold low plank for a moment. Come onto the forearms. Align your hips with the rest of your body. And subtly hug your thighs in toward each other as we count down from 10, 9, 8, 7. You're stronger than you think. Stabilize, center, and yet relax within it. 4, 3, take a breath. Lower yourself all the way down onto your belly. Bring your elbows out, forearms to the floor, and go ahead and lift the chest into low sphinx. And then find an easy pulse as you exhale. Look into your belly, wrap the ribs in, curl, feel your belly, and let that
Intentional breath, rise up. Exhale, go ahead and look into your center. Yogi's choice, if you'd like to this time. Take the elbows off the floor, come up a little higher. Exhale, elbows down, look into your center. Last time. Breathe in, find your edge, your personal place of inquiry and possibility. Come on down when you're ready, forward to the floor, arms go back. Just lift the arms and legs, keep the head down, point back through the toes, and awaken, power in your back. Awesome, come on down, hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes, lift to plank, downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. We'll do a little sequence at the back of the mat. So walk your hands into the feet at the back of the mat. Go ahead and either reverse swan dive or just roll yourself up to the sky. And take a well-earned little rest pause with your hands down by your side in Tadasana. If it feels good, close the eyes. And for a moment, center yourself in your belly. That place of connection between body, breath, and mind. We know all too well these days that there's a second brain in the belly. There's an intelligence in the core. The Dantian, the Nadi center. The ancients spoke of it thousands of years ago. Now science affirms. Use that wisdom to help you center in this balance now. Go ahead and open the eyes, look at a point, and bring the right knee into the air. Left hand to hip. And if you can, peace fingers around the big toe and send the leg out in front of you. Stage one, if you can stay here, great. If you want to go further, take the leg out to the side. Now some people hand to hip, others arm out to the side to counterbalance. Trust yourself. Doesn't matter if you falter, doesn't matter if you're not perfect. Isn't that good news? When you're ready, take the leg up, just like so. Hold it for a moment out to the side, arms into Temple Mudra, leaning across a little this way. Send the knee in one direction, arms in the other, but stabilize from center. Perfect, come to center now. Bring the foot all the way over, so you crisscross legs, interlace hands, fold forward and down. Release, relax, letting it all spill. The worries, the doubts, the fears. Am I good enough? Am I worthy? I'm sure you could think of so many areas in your life right now where you've had little wins in the past. You've stepped out of challenge into bright futures. And it's all waiting for you. Isn't that wonderful to know? Come on up. Take the right elbow on top of the left, right knee on top. You're an eagle, Garudasana. And bring all your resources to bear on stillness, openness, and receptivity. What do you most want to happen? What future am I ready to step into now? Undo arms, undo legs, keep the arms to the sky. Go ahead and rise up. Swan dive halfway forward and just pause as you get anchored through your feet. Get steady, get stable. Take a breath, expand your wings. And as you exhale, just receive the shape of the posture, relax. When you're ready, bring the hands down onto the outer ankles, bend the knees. You're in a really deep chair pose shape, sinking. Bring the arms out in front, Temple Mudra. Extend from tail to fingers. Keep the hips deep and take an intentional breath in. Rise to a deep chair. Exhale, receive a little, soften. Move to the door. Give it time to open up and reveal the next step. The next step for you might be to fold down or to lift up, whatever feels better. But we're all going to end up folding, walking out to downward facing dog. And just settling in. 3 yogic breaths. Help you relax. Make this practice sink in a little deeper now. And you can sense that happening. You can notice exactly what's waking up for you and what feels so delicious on the inside. And let's expand even more of that internal fire of possibility. Left leg up into the air when you're ready, breathing in. And then send that knee forward and pause. Hug the heel and press through the arms. And you can feel those feelings and experience the whole body working for you, not against you. Inhale, leg up. Hug the knee into the chest just for the exhale. Send the leg to the sky, and this time that little calf stretch. Bring the right heel behind left heel behind the right. Turn the left heel to the right corner of the mat. And then just explore shapes in your body that maximize where you'd like to go in this posture. Isn't that great to know there's no destination in life? There's no place that's preordained really that we're all going to end up. But that it's a river, it's a dance. Let's cut the old loops and start to repattern something new here now. Left leg back to the air, stepping all the way forward as the back knee finds the earth. Go ahead and come into Temple Mudra, arms forward, make a horizontal line. Bring your resources to bear, press your front foot down, hug the legs in, firm the lower belly. And with that internal strength, breathe in, rise up. And yet soften, receive in equal measure. Find the edge, move to the door. Knock on the door a little. And be surprised at who's behind. Magic door number 8. It's nice to be surprised by what this beautiful conscious universe delivers up. Come forward into the starting position and then lower down, hands to the floor. Really nice. Step back, downward dog. To be surprised and delighted by what's coming. You don't always need to know exactly how you're going to get there. So just find a way to come to plank pose. Bring those forearms down onto the floor one more time for low plank as you pause and center and gather in. What's it like to barely breathe for a moment, to get out of your own way, to clear your thoughts, to soften your eyes? And just let that deeper part of your mind and body do the work. Once you set your intentions, put the seeds in the ground and let them flourish and show you what needs to happen. Come on down, elbows onto the floor. Inhale, rise up, maybe elbows lift. Exhale, elbows down, look into your belly. 2 more times, find your rhythm, find your energy, find your perfect flow. Last time. When you're ready, come on down, leave your third eye on the floor, sweep the arms back and just lift legs and arms. Becoming still and quiet, centered and calm.
Just let it all happen from the inside out. One more breath. Hands under the shoulders. It's amazing how much strength you can have when you get out of your own way sometimes. Come on up. Set your sails and then let the wind take you there. Downward dog. Walk the hands into the feet at the back of the mat. We'll do this balance sequence on the second side of the flow. Wander up, reverse swan. And a few moments into Tadasana, hands down by your side, close the eyes. What do I most want to happen? If I could plant a seed in the fertile soil, the uncertain world we're living in, and declare to the world, I want to grow something brighter, something bigger, something bolder, something others can be inspired to move toward as well. As they see you stand tall in your body, may they also lift to their highest. Intentions are bold steps into uncertain futures, arms to the air. Take the left knee into the chest when you're ready. Stage 1. Stage 2, extend the leg out in front. And then stage 3, if you want to go further, take the leg out to the side. Trust yourself. Beautiful. Take the leg back, arms to the air. Just let the knee hang out to the side. Use your internal strength to hold it there. And then lean across into uncertainty, new worlds, new terrains. Perfect. Come to center. Cross that foot all the way over. Interlace hands. Fold forward, in and down. In a way that makes you feel even better about yourself in this moment. What needs to happen physically, energetically, mentally. So good. Reach back through the arms. Come on all the way up. You're an eagle. Tipped up. Leg across, left elbow on top. Undo legs, undo arms, feet tall, rise up. Half swan dive down. You could pause for a moment. Relax, receive the posture. Take a breath in here. Place the hands onto the outer ankles, sink down into the earth. You're in a deep chair. Bring the arms forward. Temple mudra. And go ahead and lift, lift, lift. A nice deep chair. Strong, savoring, savoring. And yet a sweetness, is it there? A receptivity. Either fold down or lift up. Swan dive all the way down onto the floor. Walk your hands forward, out to downward facing dog. One last short little flow to finish this sequence. Right leg to the air, lift it up. Step it all the way through between the hands. Turn the back heel in and down. Come up to warrior 2. And from warrior two, let's go straight into Parsvakonasana, elbow to thigh, top arm forward. We're going to explore going a little deeper and just testing your edges and boundaries. Make sure your body's happy with this. If you want to go to a full bind, have a little play with. Bottom arm down, top arm behind. See if you can clasp the fingers. If you can get a hold, the trick is then press your front foot into the floor, hug your front hip in a little bit, and as you press through the back heel, grow the crown. And then here we go for a little bit of fun in this class. You've got your position here, so we can demonstrate. And then go ahead and if you can, keep the bind. If you've lost the bind, fine. Just step to the front of the mat and you'll be in a kind of open leg, half squat position. A bit awkward. But see if you can stay with it and take the journey and lift this front leg up. It should be your right leg. And as you get that leg up, see if you can pause and center and trust yourself. Find your belly. And if any of you feel to, explore possibilities. Maybe the leg straightens a little. Maybe it straightens a lot. Maybe you come all the way down. Release the leg. Take the arms to the sky. Extend tall. And counterpose anything from that felt a little funky maybe in your back, and just place the hands onto the small of the back, hips forward, little standing back bend, just stretch it all out. Even weight through the feet, one breath to expand tall. Chest forward, fold forward, all the way down. Go ahead and step the right leg out to the back of the mat. Turn the heel in and down. And come on around to warrior two. From warrior two, Parsvakonasana, elbow to thigh, top arm forward. If you're wanting to go for the bind, as we did on the first side, bottom arm down, about middle of the thigh. Other arm behind. See if you can get a hold. Hips come forward, legs strong. Move from center. What do you want this pose to be like for you? How can you maximize the possibilities of healing? Not locking, not struggling. When you're ready, go ahead and if you can keep the bind, great. If not, release it and just step to the front of the mat. And maybe here at the front of the mat, if you've still got the bind, you go ahead and lift with confidence, trust yourself, focus and possibilities. And go ahead and burn a little brighter. Maybe the leg goes out a little or a lot. Maybe you can come down the way you began. Feet parallel hip distance, arms to the sky, reach on up. Counterpose. I always feel good to do this after that posture. A little standing back bend. Tuck your tail, lift the chest. Squeeze your legs and kind of stitch all your back and hips in together. And then I invite you to fold forward. Hold the elbows as you fold forward. And just release for a good bit of time into this forward fold. You might like to close your eyes now, or just after that next breath helps you relax and go inside a little more. And maybe it's time to just acknowledge that when we ask the question, what do I want to happen? Maybe we get a little lost because we're trying to answer the question from a lower level of consciousness, but in truth, as Einstein said, we need to think at a high level and what got us into this place. So maybe now the belly just feels like it kind of pours down into the heart. It surrenders to a place of higher knowing. But maybe what's really important to me isn't what I think. Maybe instead of just significance and fame and money, or achievement and success, what's really important to me is love and connection. Or maybe it's growth, maybe it's contribution and giving back. So maybe here for a moment, what do I really want to happen? What's really important to me? How would I like to emerge from this place in history? Set my sails for the next 3-5 years of life. When you're ready, come down. Go ahead and just step your right leg out to the back of the mat, knee all the way to the floor. Walk your fingers back a little and start to really wind down into a deep runner's stretch. What do I value the most? What's really important to me? What do I want to be in the future? Looking back now, deciding who I was and how I've become that already now as I set my intentions. And then just receive and exhale and get a little out of your own way as you let go into the stretch. Quietly, calmly come forward into the low lunge. Sweep the arms lightly, circle them into the air. Twist the right hand to the left front thigh and then just turn around on your axis, looking behind. The softness of the belly now, not the venom of getting started, but the sweetness of receiving, of allowing, of a willingness to walk through that door once it reveals itself. Slowly come forward, bring both hands to the inside and just sink down, maybe to the elbows, humbly bowing to the wisdom that dwells within. When you're ready, please use the hands slowly to just press yourself back to hands and knees. And for a moment here between these last two sides of your practice here, just feel the belly like you did at the start of the class. And just feel the navel start to move in a circular direction to the right and up and across and down. Inhale as you soften and exhale as you just move that lower back, center, belly, organs. Those last few turns of the wooden spoon and the cauldron that is your life, letting all the ingredients come together. Beautiful. When you're ready, just step the right foot forward, circle it around. Lengthen your stance a little bit and lean into that deep, luxuriating stretch. What do I want to happen? What's preventing me from making that happen? What's in the way of me being that person already now? Nothing's you stopping you feeling yourself as that person, imagining yourself as that person, stepping into your skin, zipping it up, and the clothes you're wearing. It's the vision that inspires. Humans have been blessed with a frontal lobe, and yet we rarely use it. And use it just to dwell on all the things that are going to go wrong. Someone said to me once, they want to create a bumper sticker. What else can go right? Well, maybe, just maybe, what else can go right? Come forward, sweep the arms to the air. Twist left arm across, other hand behind. The soft retreat into the home of your belly. The quiet whispers of wisdom that emerge when you get still. Come around, place both hands to the inside of your front foot, maybe elbows to the floor. The quiet whispers and insights that come when you give yourself permission to get really still. Please bring yourself up. Take your knees back together at the last. And let your navel just turn in that gently exhaling left position up and around. Dinner is served. The doing is done. You might like to just go ahead and sort of roll onto your belly. Spin yourself around onto your back just as soon as you're ready. And prepare yourself for a short practice of relaxation to close this class, to receive the gifts, to savor that beautiful meal that you've created in the fire of your own self-efforts here today. Go ahead and close the eyes just as soon as you wish. And I know that your deeper mind can create a beautiful state of healing relaxation for you now, because it's done it for you so many times in your life. And your life will become more spectacular when you learn to take time out and unwind your mind. Is relaxing and going deeper and deeper into stillness. In this moment, all things letting go, arms becoming heavy, fingertips floating away, legs becoming heavy, tips of the toes floating away. Back of the head becoming heavy. All your thoughts that no longer serve you just floating away now. So that your deeper mind can create what needs to be created inside. So that when you wake up from this practice, you are already taking steps into a bright and shining future. So just let that happen as it wants to happen now. And get out of your own way. Disappear beyond time.
to the silent void, the pregnant womb that creates everything within itself. And as you lie here and relax, receiving the many gifts of your yoga practice, I can't be sure whether that vision of how you'd like to burn brighter and step forward out of adversity into exciting new futures is clear now, or is still percolating up from the depths. And yet, I can be certain that your unconscious mind knows exactly what needs to happen. And so perhaps you can allow a word to emerge from your deeper mind about what needs to happen next for you. Is there a quality, an attitude, an action? What comes to mind as a word that is your beacon of action? What needs to happen? For me at the moment, it's one step at a time, and yet the willingness to just have a crack and take the next step, to be guided, to be led, but to step boldly forward. Whatever it is for you now, bring it back with you as you breathe and move, and let it all come back to the surface of your body, your mind, and your life. You might like to bring the knees into the chest and maybe just roll over on your back a few times. Eventually find a way to come up to a seated posture. We can close this class here together. And when you have emerged and just ready to face the day, whatever that is like for you, you might place the hands into the center of the chest. And maybe if that intention to burn a little brighter shifted in some way, or can continue to shift in some way from self to a level of contribution, of savor, of service. Maybe just dedicate a little of your self-efforts out today and go ahead and offer some of the good energy, the love, the good frequency out to your loved ones. Share a compliment, cook them a meal, smile, say something nice. Tell them how much they mean to you. Appreciate the many blessings in your life. Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing this practice. In 2 short weeks, I am going to be leading one of my most beloved level 2 trainings. And if you like some of these practices, the creative Vinyasa sequencing module, I would love to invite you to check out. If you're a teacher or just a really keen student of yoga, 3 days virtual online learning, where I'm just going to plug you full of so many ideas and new templates, and just going to be amazed at how you can just feel so super confident just to create amazing classes on the fly all the time for any level. So check that out online at beingyoga.com.au. I'd love to see you here in my beautiful Shala, in this lovely place and time in 2 weeks, Friday through Sunday. Love to have you along. Have a beautiful day. We'll see you again soon. Namaste. Thank you so much for listening. See you soon.